So we're at the West Shore Yacht Club, and I looked at this boat a couple videos ago. The unique boats here, and this is one of them. But check this out. It doesn't have inboards like I thought. If you look close enough, I don't know if I can get the camera, but that gap right there, there's 3 outboards underneath that cover. It's got 3 Mercs. It's pretty clever. Well, hello and welcome. We're actually leaving the West Shore Yacht Club because I just had to put some gasket material on the door I installed a couple weeks ago. But right now, we are going to head to Turtle Cove to look at a little sea ray, and while we're there, we might as well check out a few other boats. Anyway, let's quit talking and I'll meet you there. Alright, here we go. We're in. Like an old Sundancer. 360. An oldie over here. What is this? Main ship, I think. And it is. So basically, we're either going to be on the racks right around our fuel barrel here, or it's going to be all the way on the other side of the marina. But we'll walk around here in a minute. Let's get our boat finished first. Oh, look at that. The first boat in line here. Sometimes, you see that building right there, they have racks on the other side of that too. Sometimes there's boats over there depending on where they're stored. So this one must be stored in the building next to us. It's a little windy. Pardon the noise. Well, this can be fairly simple. We just have a recall for our cowling here, which is kind of funny. I'll show you while we're doing that. And I got an avionics chip for this thing that was on back order, so I'm going to stick that in the machine and make sure it works. So let me go grab everything I need. We'll jump back on the boat here. Okay, we are up. I just had to put our tower up because I had it folded down. Must fit in the marina a certain way. But we have our avionics card, like I say. That's no big deal. We'll put that in. I actually have to take the dash apart to do this, but it's pretty simple. I'll show you that when we're done with our Mercury cowling recall here that we got, which to me is kind of funny. But I'll show you why they're doing this. This is my guess anyways, what I would suspect, what I've heard through the grapevine. So these slots right here, I guess somebody tried to pick up the cowling right here, and they cut their finger real bad or did something, they hurt themselves. You can't really, you know, the motor spinning, the flywheel stuff, you can't get in there. That's just the air intake, and it's vented for water. So, but there's some sharp plastic inside here. So they got covers for this, basically, is what we're doing. But if you look here, under a little hood latch, it tells you how to properly pick up this thing, which is very, very simple. I mean, there's just a red button here. It's got a handle. It's not very heavy, so I don't know how or why they were doing that, or they weren't reading the instructions, or whatever the case might be. But basically, it's almost like why there's a sticker for on a lawnmower to not stick your hand in the blades. Anyway, let me open this up here. We just got to clean it with some fuel, denatured alcohol here, get it all nice and clean, so that these are basically just stickers. There we go. I'll show you real quick before I stick them on, because I'm going to need both my hands. You want to line these up nicely, or you can get them off just a little bit. I got little tabs to help line them up, but I'll show you what they look like before we install them. Basically, they just go right here. And that's it. And then you can't stick your little fingers in there and cut yourself anymore. You have to actually read the instructions. So let me clean this, and we'll put them on there, and we'll move on to the avionics. Alright, we stuck them on. It takes all 5 minutes to do. But that's basically it. It's just really sticky 3M double-sided tape. That's done. Alright, so here, it's a little bit dirty here, but let's get our steering wheel out of the way. Tilt that down. It's got this cover right here, and it's just velcroed on. Look. Simple as that. There's no other way to get behind this because we're trying to put a card in this, and the card reader's on the back side. So you don't want to leave everything off, leave your electronics off, all that stuff. So put the card in first before you power anything up. And basically, we just got to unscrew our 4 spots here and pull this forward. Okay, we are free. You know, take those ones out because that's actually just the Velcro pieces. Put a rag down here so we don't hurt our screen. And that's it. There's our holder right here for our SD card. A little waterproof cover. And there's already one in it. That's just for the memory. So we're gonna add one. So there's our little chip. Let's get it into the slot it goes into here. Only goes one way. It'll only let you put it in one way. And of course I did it wrong the first time. Sorry, I'm not looking at where the camera's at. I'm just paying attention to what I'm doing. A little clicky click. And she's down. Kind of shadowed, sorry. So that's it. Now I got the SD card for storage and the SD card for your maps. So let's see what she does. Let's get our batteries on. Key switch. Suppose I could get our screws in while we're waiting here too. It should ask me if it wants to use that card basically. Alright, our motor is okay, we know that. Keys on. Now we want to switch our charts to the Navionics chip. Yes. Now we don't want the mobile app. Alright, let's see what we got. It's funny because we aren't moving. The boat's just kind of spinning around. It doesn't know where what the heading is. It's not triangulating correctly because we're not going anywhere. So that's installed. Let me put our dash back together here and pack this thing up, because we'll go behind us here and take a look at some of these boats, what we got. I don't think there's many big boats here, but we'll look around and see if there's anything interesting. Alright, this one's all wrapped up. Got the tower back down, batteries are off. Say goodbye to our Sea Ray here. I want to see this boat right here. It's a Stainless, built right next door. You can tell it's a little bit older. It's pretty nice. Got the Mohawks on the Yamahas with yellow lettering. I got Ray Marines in the dash. I can't really tell too much what's in there, but they're nice boats for sure. And looking at our hull number, it's a 2018. We're back out here. All right, let's make our way around. There's a lot of boats in the marina here. Got like the Whaler. It's a nice boat. The Pro Line, I've worked on a bunch of those over the years. It sucks they went out of business quite a while ago. So it was one of those cheap, good hulls you could buy back in the day. That's why you still see them around. There's one right here. They were built maybe two hours from here, just up north some. We'll make our way around here, stay on the bottom row. Key West and the Sea Pro. A lot of bay boats here. Sea Hunt. I think these are sold next door. We got here Cape Horn. I can tell by they're the only ones that have like that rolled back transom area. They're very similar to each other, all the Cape Horns. See if I can get a better look. You can see that Carolina Flare, they call it. Pretty unique boat, but I see a lot of them around. They look like good old hulls. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm gonna guess it might be an Andros or something. They all look the same too. Whaler. There's a big Sea Hunt here. I've heard good and bad about these boats. I really haven't worked on too many of them. This must be a newer one though, because we got new Yamahas on it. It looks a little baby Scarab jet boat. This thing probably has a Mercury engine mounted on a jet drive. Probably a fun little boat. I'll wait for that forklift to come from around the corner over here. Oh look, we got a drive missing off a Sea Ray. Yeah, those things are loud. Let's make our way around here. Well, like that says Captain Morgan. We'll walk these little bit of row here before we make our way to that building. There's a lot more boats over there. Might not be too much interesting stuff here, but there's a Bennington. What else we got here? We got an old Tierra. Oh yeah, it's 1996. Been around a while. They still build good boats. I don't really see much over here except for a little small, older stuff, so we're just gonna head over to the bridge here. All right, we're at the last barn here. A Yamaha jet boat. Probably the most reliable jet boat you can buy. Key West. Oh, look at the cowling on this, kind of cool. They wrapped it. Well, the whole boat. Couldn't see it behind the other one. That's cool. And we got here a Whaler. You can tell it's older because look, it's got a 200 Merc. That's the old style. Nice. It's still the same boat though. Why change what works, right? We got here Sea Hunt. Seems to be a lot of those. Key West. Both of those seems to be a lot of. Another Key West. All right, let's go into the big barn. Hey, look, a Key West. I got a Sportsman here. I like looking at the old boats. These just weird design boats that they had from back in the day, like this. That rounded transom. What kind of boat is this? Yeah, it's a Chaparral. I can see the little eagle or whatever they use for their symbol. 256. Might need a little TLC. She looks a little worn out. I got a Century hull here. These were popular for a long time. I'm not sure if they still make boats or not. Maybe you guys know. Another whaler, Verado on the back. And we got here, Sierra. See, this is something I've never seen before. And that's unusual. I don't know what year this is. Yeah, it's 1999. You can tell, well, it's got a new drive on it, so someone's taking care of it for sure. Like, it's got the little step right here. Just not enough to get in there, so you need that extra step. Different. There's a Robalo. It's a nice boat too. I like the color. There's another one of those older Proline hulls, like I was saying. There's still a lot of them around because they're cheap and they built them good. Might need to fix a little rub rail action here, but that's simple. Another Sea Hunt. Edgewater. It's another good company. Edgewater, Everglades, Boston Whaler, all the same family. Another Robalo. Hey, Old Pursuit. What year is this thing? This is 95. You got some newer E-Techs on it. It's a shame they went out of business because when those things ran, they put out some power for sure. Another Sea Hunt. Let me guess, that might be a Sea Hunt under the cover. Another one. We play a drinking game here and be drunk by the time the video's over with how many times I say Sea Hunt. Oh, Tidewater. It's pretty unique color too, that sea foam color. Sea Fox. I've heard bad things about these boats, but hopefully they've gotten better. It's definitely unique looking. What is, it's like a giant console, like it only goes on one side there. It's different. There's another Sea Hunt. Oh, look, it's missing its electronics. Hopefully it wasn't stolen here. This is a gated place. It's hard to get into. You gotta check in and get codes and passes and everything else. There's a newer Mercury. And I don't know what this is. It almost looks like a Pioneer. They're pretty cool boats too back in the day. Alright, let's make our way to our last row. Hey, look, a Sea Hunt. You guys should be drunk by now. We look, a Regal. Oh, what's this? Seaborn. This might be something I've never seen before. CV is a nice boat. They've made nice boats for a long time. Another Regal. Sea Fox. More Regals. A Cobia. Hey, and the last one we're going to see is a Sea Hunt. Well, that's it for our little Marina tour here. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you have a newer Mercury, get your cowling recall done so you don't cut your finger off. Anyway, as always, I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you next time. Later. Look at this thing, it's pretty unique. It looks like the sack stores we sell, but it's an Axopar, same hull design, but it's a cabin style boat. Look, it's got like little cabin in the back there. You can see the windows. It's fully like pilot housed. It's a very unique design. Interesting.